So,
I'm ready.
hello, Mr. Guffey.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm all right.
Okay, I'm here to ask you questions regarding your position as a math teacher.
Okay.
What made you decide to become a math teacher?
Well, I really like math, and at first I started out, I was interested in engineering, and when I got to college, I liked my math classes, but I didn't like engineering. I didn't like designing products or designing things, working on things that much, but I did like working with others, and I liked working with teenagers, so that kind of drew me into being a math teacher.
Do you like your job as a math teacher?
I do. Some days I enjoy more than others, but I enjoy being a math teacher.
What are some rewarding aspects of having this job?
The most rewarding aspect of the job is probably, seeing you guys when something finally clicks that you've struggled with, and that's probably the best part about it. Seeing somebody that's struggled that's finally starting to make progress is a great thing. It's probably not as rewarding in the money or fame kind of ways, but it's good in helping people kind of ways.
Do you ever get to let loose and have a little fun while working as a math teacher?
You know I do. I get to tell you guys stories, and you guys get to hear me sing, dance, whatever I feel like. So I do like to let loose.
What are some of the teaching methods that you use?
Well, some of the teaching methods that I use. Well, I try to use differentiated instruction and changing how you teach, over the course of a week, doing some group work, doing some individual stuff, doing some projects, doing some, individual self-study, research. I like to try to change things up and try not to follow the same thing, but I kind of fail at that sometimes, but I'm doing my best.
Are most of your classes enjoyable?
Yes, most of my classes are enjoyable. Some enjoyable more than others, but all of them are enjoyable in some way.
Describe what it's like to work as a math teacher.
Oh man, where do I start? Well, every day is either good, bad, or okay, and it's all three of those things at some point in the day. So it's kind of just a roller coaster of good, bad, okay. You kind of just got to deal with it. But what is it like? It's always a challenge. I can definitely say that. It's always a challenge because you got to teach these certain things in a certain amount of time, and you have to teach them to every single kid and be able to fit it within a certain time frame, and it's impossible, but it's a challenge.
Have you ever wanted to do something else other than teach math?
Well, yeah, like I said, I thought about about doing engineering when I was a kid. I thought about being a farmer. My dad was a farmer and still is a farmer, and I like living in the country and doing all those sorts of things. Having animals, cattle mostly, and horses. Thought about doing all that. I thought about being a cop. Thought about being a mechanic, working on cars. Thought about a lot of stuff.
What did you major in during college?
I majored in math in college. I had a minor in Bible, actually, while I was at Harding. So I had a math major and a Bible minor.
Do you think your major has helped you to get this position?
Yes, definitely. I know a lot of teachers that you talk to, or some of them are non-traditional, and that means they didn't major in what they, are now. Like Miss Garner was a fashion design major in college, and now she teaches English. So she wasn't planning on being an English teacher, and she worked in fashion for some years before she decided to do this. And me, when I was in college, I was in math, and there's certainly, there's certain level of things you can do with that degree, and the big one is teach math. So Yes, definitely.
Have you ever struggled to get where you are now?
Yes, a lot. Certainly, I guess I can say in college, there were struggles to try to, pass all my classes and get good grades. But now that I'm a teacher, it's still a struggle to stay here because you get discouraged sometimes and think you're not doing a very good job, or you should have done something else. But you just gotta try to have a positive attitude and fight through.
Was there ever a point that you wanted to change your job?
I don't think I ever wanted to seriously change my job. I mean, I think my life, like my goals in life, are I don't think I'll do this for my entire life. I'd like to kind of move up in education. I'd like to probably do maybe like be a principal or a superintendent one day. And then after I retire, I'd have to have something to do, some other job that I'd like to do. But yeah, not like change right now, but that's
Later
just
on
my
in
goals
life.
down the road. Down the road, yeah.
What's your favorite part about being a math teacher?
My favorite part about being a math teacher, my favorite part is when I get to teach something that I really know and that I really like, and then I have a really good way to teach it. Like if I have something like a good way to teach it, like a week from today, we're gonna do probability and different types of probability, and I've got something that I really know, and I think everybody can really understand it the way I'm gonna do it, and it's the best part is when everything goes just like you planned, and then sometimes you don't really have a plan and it goes good too, and those are the best days. But yeah, that's the best part, is when you have something planned out and everybody likes it and everybody's gotten something out of it, I would have to say.
Do you still learn new things as a math teacher?
Yeah, every day. Sometimes I confess that when we have to do stuff in class, I don't always remember how to do it, so I have to look and reteach it to myself. Let's see, I'm trying to think of an example recently. I don't know, maybe like those exponential functions. It's been a while since I've had to deal with exponential functions, and I was trying to remember how do you find their equations. So yeah, sometimes I forget how to do things. It's because it's been a while. It's the last time I had this stuff was when I was in high school. But
Do your students teach you things?
yeah, I think so. You definitely some life things, maybe how to deal with certain situations, like if you guys are a lot more resilient than I am. I know that I had a pretty good life growing up. I was, both my parents were, really good people, cared for me, supported me, wanted what was best for me. And I know that a lot of kids don't have that. I know that they struggle at their home life, and here is at school is probably most of the time the best place that they are, and so they teach me to listen, to care every day, and that's the biggest thing that I get.
How's a typical school day?
A typical school day is, I wake up about an hour before my wife has to wake up, and I have to regret that fact because I'm like, why don't you have to wake up at this time too? So I roll out of bed, wake up pretty early. I'd like to get to school pretty early so that I can plan for the day. Get here about 7 o'clock or sometimes before, and try to get everything done for my classes up until lunch, and then after lunch I have my prep so I can plan for my afternoon classes then. And I've got 7 different classes and 6 different preps, which means I teach 6 different classes. So that's my typical day.
do you teach or show people new things such as dancing, etc.?
Yeah, well, I wish that I could, but nobody ever wants to learn them. So they're like, "Oh, that's that's too old school. I don't want to learn that." I mean, the moonwalk and stuff. You guys, you're not interested in how to do the moonwalk, and you probably don't think that I'm a very good representation of it. So you don't want to learn that from me. I don't know. I mean, I'm an excellent dancer. I don't see the reason why you wouldn't want to learn from me. I mean, you'd be learning from the best, honestly. So, yep.
Well, thank you for your time, Mr. Guffey.
Thanks.
Thank you for enlightening me.
Yep, no problem.